off. That's off. That's muted. Okay, so that should be good. Okay, I'm live. And just as soon as somebody comes on and says hello, I will know whether or not I have sound right. I think I do. And I actually think I have this set up okay. So you can see what I'm doing. It's good. Except that the microphone's right in my face, and that's why it just sounds like it's you know I got feedback. So I'm hoping I don't. Oops. Oops. Oh crap. Well, I had it. I did. I had it worked out, and it was working fine, and I just messed it up. It's okay. We'll get it back. Nobody's out there yet anyway, right? Because I got one really early. Okay. I think I got it. I'm getting good at this. Oh, I better knock on wood or something. Okay, now all I gotta do is get it hooked in here and to make sure that it is. Oh no! There. Ah. Okay, we fixed that. Now, this is the way this is supposed to look. Nobody's on yet. Okay. Two of one. Hi, Karen. You're the first one here tonight. Oh, that's what I was doing. I have a list somewhere of everybody that got on last week, so I could put their names in this little pot here. I don't know where I put the list, but I think I know who all was on. So because it was all the usual suspects. Oh, except I had somebody new. I did have a new person, Paula, and I'm going to put her name in here right now. Hi, Carol. Oh, how you doing? So I got all my stuff together here, and I'm all ready to get started. I was watching a watercolor webinar before I got on, and it was gave a couple of new techniques, not too many, and I was going to try one, but I decided not to. So it's hot still. Have you been getting into the pool at all, Karen? I know you're kind of laid up. I haven't been able to do too much of anything, have you? That is really a shame. But I bet, are you getting to baseball games? Oh, how about you, Carol? How you? What's happening? Anything exciting? I know that. Let's see. Nothing's going on here today. I'm gonna try and make it to the gym tomorrow. I was talking to Linda earlier, and I told her I was gonna try and get there. So, because I want to get started doing that again. And you hope it's all worth it. Yeah, I hope so too, Karen. Pool time. Yes, Carol. Oh, I actually took my stuff outside yesterday. Yesterday was such a beautiful, beautiful day. I actually took my um, stuff out on the back patio and sat out there. I had the pulled the canopy over top. The We have like an awning that sits over top of my patio, and I sat at the patio table and made a bunch of cards, and it was fun. And in fact, let me show you. I This is the latest of paper pumpkin, and I don't know if you got this one or not, Karen, but I really love. I had fun with this set. I really like this set a lot. Okay, this was one of them. Message in the bottle. Happy birthday. And this was my favorite, I think. Sending good thoughts. A ship in a bottle with the seagulls and stuff. And then let's see the other one here. Wishing you all the best. And I make them the way they tell you to make them, just because it's something I can just sit there and just put everything together, and it's just fun. I don't know. I just really enjoy it. The library get together, Karen, is when is it? August 11th, Thursday, 1 to 4. I still have not heard back from Warnersville. I'm still trying to get them. Uh, yes, they are great for this summer. I really think they're cute. So still trying to get a hold of Warnersville Library. I'm not sure what's up with her. I sent an email to her the other day. And I said, hey, do you want me to do this? And no reply. Radio silence. So I don't know what's up. Okay, I'm going to pull a name. I got a couple of people here. So Paula, that was the new person. I'm not sure. I don't have an address or anything for her, but I will try to get her address and she will get one of the cards that I'm making tonight. That's pretty cool. Welcome to the new person. Um, huh. I'm gonna have to. I can probably message her. She can instant message me, or if she gets on tonight, I will tell her. Anyway, the cards we're gonna make tonight are okay. We're not doing any more Christmas and July stuff today, but these are out of this mini catalog, the Christmas catalog. There is a card set in here that is beautiful. It is called Splendid Day. And it's a Splendid Day Suite. And it has the prettiest stuff, especially the designer series paper. And for anyone who hasn't joined yet but may later, Susie or Connie, who are on my team, Stampin' Up! Actually did a thing to introduce this set. They called it Creativity Now. And they showed a couple of the cards. They made a couple of cards with these. And I'm going to make one of the cards that they made. And then I'm going rogue and making a couple of my own design cards. That I actually, they're kind of sort of ones that I saw on Pinterest and kind of made some changes, did some stuff. But anyway, this week, um, it's I'll tell you what's neat about this suite. I like the florals in it. They're different. They're not like there's a lot of roses in the annual catalog. Well, these aren't roses. They're just different. It's more foliage than anything. But the designer series paper is what I really, really love about this set. Let me just show you this paper. This is gorgeous. This is so pretty. Okay, here's one. It's foils. This, depending on how you look at it, it looks silver or green or I guess silver or green. It's so pretty. Carol, I know you were looking for something for a wedding. I think that would have been a gorgeous, gorgeous wedding card. This one is like an orangey color with a lot of white, but it also looks like it could be gold. And then this is adorable. And this is one of those that will make quick and easy cards. Again, this is green. Or, yeah, I guess silver or green. It's so pretty. Carol, I know you were looking for something for a wedding. I think that would have been a gorgeous, gorgeous wedding card. This one has this one is like an orangey color with a lot of white, but it also looks like it could be gold. And then this It's like a soft sea foam, and it has the design on the bottom. So what I would do with this, cut this in half and then cut this in like 4-inch pieces, 4-inch lengths. Of course, you'll lose the bumblebees in some of it, but put it just by itself on the card and put a white banner on it that says whatever you want to say, happy birthday or whatever. This paper is so pretty. And so at this thing that Stampin' Up! Did, they used that particular type of paper to make a gift bag. And I'll show that to you. Isn't that neat? There, you can see it. Um, it's just folded up here at the top. It's two pieces of the paper, and then you glue everything together down here and bring them up, and you glue them together to the seam here, and then you just crease it in here and up here and tie the ribbon around. And the ribbon, the ribbon, that is one of my favorite bits of this. It is soft sea foam and it's sheer seam binding. They're calling it seam binding ribbon. I'm trying to show it where it shows in the best light. It's such a pretty color. I just love it. Anyway, that's what we're doing tonight. We're using some of this stuff, making a couple things. We're not making a gift bag or anything like that, but we're going to make a couple cards out of this with the paper and stuff. And celebration is halfway over. No, not yet. End of this month. They did run out of the cards and envelopes, which was one of the things I was using tonight, but I'm using it anyway. Cards and envelopes. And then, hey, Linda, again, you're searching for 10 minutes. What in the world is happening? I don't understand why. Is it putting you in my other my other Facebook page? Like, is it taking you to Annette Pearson, or is it taking you to Nettie P. Stamping? Or even the very important stampers that could be there. You could find it maybe easier. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why it's like so hard. But what I'm showing, what I was saying, is I'm using this suite, Splendid Day, and I think this is what I used to make your birthday card. So you're going to see how I made your birthday card. You tried all the above. I just don't know. Karen says, hey, girl, even I can get in. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Here's what I wanted to do. And I know that there's a way I can do this. There. Okay. So now here we go. Okay, this is a neat technique, I think. So that I'm going to show you, and it's going to look really funky in the beginning, but you're going to see that it comes out to something cool. I think I have 3 cards this time ready for you. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the first one, we get all the pieces here. I'm missing a piece. This must be it. It's not creased. Oh, that's okay. I'll find it. I will find it. Okay, we've got our typical base. This is soft sea foam. And it is your 8.5 by 4 and 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We are going to take a piece of white cardstock, 3 by 4.5. 3 by 4.5. We're going to take our blends. We are going to use Stampin' Blends for this. What I have here is I have Stampin' Blends Light Pool Party, Dark Pool Party, Light Fresh Freesia, and Dark Fresh Freesia. We're going to start at about the middle of this paper, and if you're, you know, you want to be precise, that would be 2 1/4. I'm not worried about being that precise, honestly, but we're going to start with our dark pool party. We're just going to kind of color, scribble. Don't be fancy. If you have any Stampin' Blends at all, you can use, use this technique with different colors. It doesn't have to be these colors, but these colors for this card work out pretty nice. Then you take your light pool party and you take it from, so you go up with the dark about halfway and then you start with the light. And you're just going to scribble. Okay? Then you take your dark fresh freesia and do the same thing down this way. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Okay, I really messed that up. So now I'm going to start over again. Sorry. 3 by 4.5. Good. I have the same one here. I already have one cut. Okay. Oh, how can I lose the page? Hang on to it tight, guys. Okay, about half of the way down, then we pick up the light. Do the same thing. And we're just scribbling. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want to mess up your colors the way I did there. Again, I'm taking the dark pool party. Then this stamp set has a little bumblebee, a tiny little bumblebee that's really cute. And we're going to use the same colors. We're going to use the Fresh Freesia and Pool Party. And my Pool Party blends is kind of biting the dust here. I'm going to grab a new one. Put this aside so I remember to pull out a new one. Okay, so there's no real rhyme or reason here as to where I start and stop. Just start with your dark, then move to your light. Get your Pool Party ink. And we're just going to stamp a couple of bumblebees in Pool Party. And then we're going to take our Fresh Freesia. We are going to clean our stamp real good in between so that we don't get Fresh Freesia Pool Party ink in our Fresh Freesia. Doesn't work very nicely when we do that. And we're just going to stamp a bumblebee down here. Then we're going to take a piece of white. And it will be just a scrap, which I had here. And I kind of lost. There it is, right there. Okay, and we're going to flag this. So it can be shorter than that piece, really. So I'm going to just cut a little off of it. Scissors. And we're going to stamp it. Oh, this one I'm going to, I need birthday cards, so I'm going to stamp it with a birthday. I am just going to put happy birthday on it, and I think I'm going to use Fresh Freesia to do that. And then we're going to flag. Now, with these suites, they come with everything that's shown in the catalog when they show the suite. So it always has um, your stamp set. It has your dies. It has your designer series paper. It has embellishments. And I just want to show you. Oh my, I just stuck my hand in it. Oh my, oh my gosh. No, I stuck my scissors in the glue. And I stuck my hand on the scissors. I am a mess today. Oh, yes, Linda, you finally got in. It's good you got in anyway. You didn't miss anything because I just was screwing things up and fixing them. So, right? You didn't miss anything. Um, yeah, the sweets have everything with them. I showed you the uh, paper. This is the stamp set. Just wanted to quick show you that. It has a couple of nice little things in it, and it's more, like I said, it's more uh, foliage than flowers. These are the dies. Again, it's the I like these dies. I like these dies a lot. I'll tell you why. Uh, like this one here. When you cut this out, it's just the outline. The same with this one and this one. Oh, and that one. So this is what it looks like. Okay, I really like this. You do have the inner pieces. Like if you would want to, you could reattach them. I mean, you could glue them in. But I love having the outlines like this. So, and it's that one, two, three, four of them are the outlines. And oh, and that one I think too. So I like it. I like that set. Anyway, let's move on here. Then what we're going to do, we have our base, we have our scribbled piece of paper, we have a piece of designer series paper, and this is the side we're going to use. I really have a problem with this in a way because this is such cool paper, and I really want to do this. But you know what? When you do that, it kind of takes away from the idea of the card. So we have to do it this way. And then we're going to put this on top. And we're putting one kind of wonky a little bit. And actually, I think I screwed up because I think the ribbon is probably supposed to go in here. But that's okay. We can fix that. We're going to just put that ribbon in there. And look, it's going to divide those two anyway. So I wouldn't have to get rid of that other one. You wouldn't have seen it. So there's our ribbon. Then I want to take the ribbon and tie a bow over here to this side. Linda, do you get my message ahead of time that I say I'll be on at 7:30? I usually try to get one of them on Facebook. Do you see that message? In evenings. I'm just wondering if maybe that would get you here quicker. If you see that and click on it, I would really like that bow to go that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to try and stick it under here and make it go there. Because sometimes they just don't want to cooperate. That should do it. Okay. Then I'm going to take this. I'm going to put it on dimensionals. And I never did finish what I was saying before about the suite. My whole point in talking about the suite is that I wanted to show you these things that come with it, leaf trinkets. And I'm going to tell you something about these leaf trinkets. They tried to make them light, okay, and they're really pretty. They really are, but boy, I think they add enough to the card that it's going to cost extra postage. So I only use them when I know I'm handing the card to somebody rather than mailing it, because I'm afraid it's not only going to add weight, but it's going to add bulk to the point where it's going to make the whole card thicker, and it'll get stuck in the machines, and you know what happens then. So now I'm taking my little doohickeys here that I cut out ahead of time so that you wouldn't have to sit and wait while I cut it out. And I'm going to use my little glue trick, Carol. I have one of these silicone mats. I am going to take a big old glob of green glue, or my liquid glue, and I'm going to take a toothpick. And I am going to take that toothpick and I'm going to dab little dots of glue over here and there. Much less messy, much easier. And I'm going to do the same thing here on this side. Oh, I don't know about you, Carol, but my pool is getting very warm. It just seems like I can't get a happy medium. It's so cold. And now with all this warm weather we're having, it just all of a sudden started getting very warm. And the water is evaporating out of it. So the water level's getting low. And we are on a well, so I don't want to be using well water to fill it up. We do have a cistern that we can use to fill it up some, but I also use the cistern to water my plants. So we need rain, is what I'm trying to say. That will cool it off the pool. Oh my gosh, and we're going through the chlorine. Yeesh. So that's it. That's what we're doing with this. That's this one. That bow is just making me crazy here. It's not doing what I want it to do. I think that's a little better. Ooh, no, I haven't untied it. How the heck did I do that? Okay, got it. That's really giving me a hard time. Okay, there we go. Uh, that's card number one. I I like that, the way that looks. I mean, it's just scribbled, but it just looks cute. I don't know. Looks like kind of like watercolor blobs. Okay, so that's the first card. The second card, I actually already have one made. I have a sample made, and it's going to look like this. Okay, again, this beautiful designer series paper. Man, I just love that stuff. So what we're doing is we take our, I'm using soft sea foam again for the background, and I cut a piece of white 4 by 5 1/4, which I can actually glue down right away. Then I took my designer series paper and cut that 1/4 inch shorter all the way around. So it's 3 3/4 by 5. I will be sending these measurements out in an email with pictures of the cards just as soon as possible. Oh, put that away yet? I'm gluing this on this designer series paper. I don't know. I can't say enough about it. Even the backside's pretty of this one. And look, it has a little ladybug on it. They're just kind of hidden in the design here and there. And it's kind of like you have to find them. You have to hunt for them. Okay, so then what I did is I took a piece of just gold. This is 1.5 inches, I believe. Yeah, 1.5 inches, and it's the same width as the designer paper, so it's 3 3/4. And then a piece of white that's 1 inch by 3 3/4. So the white's going to get glued onto the gold, and then we see. I don't know if you can see. I have some really jagged edges, and I don't know if I told you. I think I did tell you, but it bears repeating. When you start getting your jagged edges on your paper as you're cutting them in your paper cutter, sometimes the gutter in your paper cutter gets full of lint, I guess, from the paper. It's like lint anyway. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So grab another toothpick. This gutter here. It gets, see that? See that fuzzy that just came out of there? Look at that. When that stuff gets in here, it really messes with the blade of your paper cutter. And these blades are changeable. And right now, I'm getting jagged edges on my cuts. And I should be getting sharp edges, sharp cuts. So I'm going to say that between the lint in the gutter and a dull blade on my cutter, I need to get that changed so I stop getting those jagged edges. So I just wanted to tell you that if you have one of these, if you have this kind of cutter, every now and then you just gotta get in there with something. Sometimes my tweezers work, but that toothpick worked really well. Just grabbing a drink. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, okay. Here's what we're doing. So on here, we're going to stamp something, and I'm going to stamp with soft seafoam. Let's celebrate. And I want to wrap my ribbon down at the bottom, so I need to get this up as high as I can without going off. Kind of like the Price is Right. Go as low as you can without going over. And you know what? I'm also going to put the little the bumblebee because I like them. I'm going to stick him over here. There's going to be a bow here, but I want him to go there. Okay, and then I'm going to take my ribbon. I'm going to do similar to what I just did with the other thing. I'm going to put the ribbon around the bottom and tape it to the back. Virgin River started the next season came on Netflix, so that's going to be my binge for the next couple days. Came on Wednesday, but I didn't have time to watch it yesterday, so I am going to start tonight. And I'm going to attach. I cut two of these. I cut a big one and I cut a little one. I'm going to put the big one. Oh, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on dimensionals and attach it. And I'm just going to put it a little bit up from the bottom. And then I'm going to put the big one, and I'm going to put the smaller one. And I'm doing the same thing with my glue that I did on the last card, just using that glob that I have on this mat. Stick the first one under there. The second one is going to go under the ribbon. And we just want to make sure that we kind of avoid hitting the bumblebee or the words that we have there. Then we're going to again take a piece of ribbon and tie a bow. Hi, Barb. How's it going? Hey, don't you have a birthday coming up, or did you have your birthday? No, I know when it is. I do when I have my birthday book. Ah, tomorrow. Oh, she already said that. I knew. Happy birthday, Barb. Everybody's in this. My birthday's in December. Everybody else is in the summer. I've got 24 birthdays in August. And I had a lot in July. Linda's was in July too. And it goes upside down. Somebody once told me that if you tie it, if you want it to come out this way, you have to tie it on upside down and it will come out right. So, guess what? I'm going to try that. Let's see if it works. Not bad. Okay. Came out kind of close to where I wanted it. Well, kind of would like that down there, but that's okay. Trim this off a little bit and call it a day. See, the bows come out okay, and then I start messing with them, and then I mess them up. So I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, got to do the inside. I didn't do the inside of the other one either. And I always say the party shouldn't end when they open the card, right? So let's put something inside this. How about, let me see what we got. We got hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. I think that's perfect. And I will put one of these. Yeah, one of these guys. These guys on here. And we're doing it in green. And I always like to grab a scrap. Whenever you're cutting designer series paper, there's always pieces that are just too big to throw away, but too small to do anything with. I save them, and especially when it's cool paper like this is, and that's exactly what I do with them. Now, these are too small for that, but I cut them off at 4 inches and cut it in half. That's going to go right down at the bottom. You're welcome, Barb. There it is. I did one for the inside of the one, my sample, because I didn't do the inside of that either. And I didn't do the inside of the last one I made. Now, again, this would look really pretty attached to that ribbon and stuck right there. I love that. I think that would really look cool, especially with that gold in the background. But I think when I put this in an envelope, I'm just really afraid that's gonna really, especially because I already have this up on dimensionals. I am just afraid that that would totally rip the envelope. So I'm not going to do it. But if it's one that I end up giving to somebody that I can hand deliver, I will be all over that. And I got to do the inside of this one. And oh, wait, gosh, I'm acting like I'm done and I'm not. So because I can't put those on there, I can put these on. These are iridescent pearls, and I think these are very pretty, and I like them. I'm going to put a couple of them on since I can't put the other ones on. And what I do with these generally, when I'm mailing something and I have something like that on them, I take a piece of my scrap. I have a lot of this junky scrap stuff. It's thinner, this. It's printer weight cardstock. Well, not cardstock, it's printer weight paper. And I'll just stick a piece of that on here and put it in the envelope that way. And this kind of keeps those pearls intact without ripping the envelope. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put some of these little pearls on here because I do think they're pretty and they do dress things up a little. And what the heck, while I'm at it, we'll do some on here too. Okay, so there's that one. And there's that one. And now I have one more. I do, one more. And I have the sample of that one too. And I don't have an inside in it, do I? I did do the inside, yes. Okay, how's that? All right, I did this one, and then I decided I'm not real fond of this circle. But rather than ripping this apart, I'm going to let it go. But the one we're making, we're going to do a little different. So this is the cards and envelopes that were a celebration product that they sold out of. So there aren't any more of these available, unfortunately. But this does look very much like our Desire Series paper. So it's pretty close to the same thing. But it's giving you an idea of something you can do with this set. And here's my idea. I used the Label Me Fancy or label Me Something punch. I use this punch a lot, but I can never remember what it's called. Label Me Lovely punch. And I know a lot of you have this because this has been around for a while and it's a great punch. It is so usable. And there are so many things to do with it. So I'm using it. And here's what I'm going to do with it this time. I cut a fresh freesia and I cut a white. And I'm going to use the fresh freesia as my background. And it's going to end up on the card like this. But by itself, it's not big enough to put all the stuff on it. If you see, I don't think it stands out enough, but I have all this other stuff on it that I like. So I want it to be big enough to fit the happy birthday and be the background for that stuff. So here's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try cutting this in half, which I am putting it on my paper cutter. Okay, I cut it in half. Now I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put the glue there and there. And I'm taking the white punched out piece and it's going to go there. And there. So now I've just kind of given this label a little more dimension and a little more color. And now I'm going to stamp my happy birthday on it if I can find my happy birthday stamp. Here it is. I'm going to use fresh freesia. And I want to stamp it kind of off to the side as much as I can get it so that these things can go on and not hide it. All right, what I've done is I've cut. I told you that these dies they make the coolest just outlines. So I cut a bunch of them, and I cut some in fresh freesia, and I cut some in the green that we're using. these colors. I want that job. I keep telling people that soft sea foam. I want to be the person who just sits around all day and dreams up goofy names for colors like this. Lipstick colors, nail polish colors, stamping up ink colors. This is one of the ones that cut out that did not cut out like that. And what I want to do with this, I want to get a little bit of, actually, no. Here's the, do this the easy way. There's one of these stamps. It's to make it two-step stamp thing. And it doesn't come out perfect, but you can put color on. Yeah, good enough. So I'm going to start out by putting something there. Then I'm going to put this here. And that there. Try and keep them all off of the happy birthday so you can still read that. And so this I'm putting one dimensionals so that it sticks up a little bit. And I'm going to put it a little off center just because. And a little thing that I can show you, and actually I might do it this way. When I was cutting these out, they are very delicate and it ripped. So I just cut the leaf off. But you might want to do that on purpose if it's kind of crowding this over here. And if you can't end up reading that right, you might want to just cut that off. And I'm going to use the one where the leaf is off just because I think that's going to fit better. I'm only putting glue where where there's bigger spaces to fit the glue. Okay, there's that piece. That piece. Yeah, this one might need this piece cut off. I mentioned the silicone mat before. I gotta say, I really do like those things. I use that frequently for just this cause, to stick glue on it and use the toothpick. It comes in really handy for that. And then I'm just going to make a bow. I really like this ribbon. And I lost it. There it is. You know, when you're making those live, they never come out the way they're supposed to. Never. And I always have to mess with them till I mess them up there. And I'm going to stick that on with a glue dot. I'll tell you what, folks. I was out at Weaver's today. We were out looking at carpet and we stopped at Weaver's store. And my husband stopped. They have card making supplies there. And I was just shocked at the prices and the chintziness of this stuff that they're selling. I couldn't believe it. First of all, they had cards for $4 a piece on a big card rack, and they were. I don't mean to knock stuff, but they were the card stock just wasn't nice. It was not good card stock. It was very flimsy and frail, and I just didn't think it was worth $4. And then the card stock that they had designer paper, and that was like, oh, they had books of them for 17.99, and they were just one-sided, ugly, and cheap. I mean, really, like just, oh, I'm sorry, just cheap. I'm standing there going, really? Really? They're charging these prices for this? But I guess so. Okay, that one is not done yet because we still have to do the inside. And I have something to put in here. There it is. Wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. Fresh freesia. And the bumblebee because I really like that bumblebee. So okay, and that's that. No, it's not. It's still see. I keep doing this. Okay, I put gems, something genial gems on the other one, but they're a little darker, heavier than these. These are more dainty, and I think this is a dainty card, so it deserves dainty embellishments, right? Yeah, I like the pearls better. So there we are. Card number 3. 2, number 1. And we can't see them all in the camera, can we? Well, there, I'm back. So, how about if I hold them up this way? There's card number 1 with no inside. Shame on me. There's card number 2 with an inside. And card number 3. Okay. Thank you for joining me again tonight. It was very much appreciated. Uh oh, who's angry? Is that Linda? Who put up an angry face? Was that Linda because she couldn't get on? Oh wow. I'm not sure who put the angry face up. I hope nobody's angry at me. But we're done. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it, and I will see you all again. I hope next week. The way now is that two angry faces, or is that? See, I'm seeing a heart and an angry face, and I'm not sure whether that's. I hope that's hearts. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Good night, everybody. Have a good night and stay cool.